If it's starting to look a little grim for hydrogen fuel cell technology here in America, you're not alone. Even after promise of infrastructure expansion into regions not known as the West Coast of the US, we still haven't made really any progress. And it's quite a shame, as hydrogen fuel cells offer the benefits of gas replacement while adhering to the traditional ICE vehicle ownership experiences, only public fill-ups, quick refueling, and little to no range anxiety. Brands like Hyundai, Toyota, and BMW all have cards in the game, but Honda's rejoining the club for 2025 with this, the CR-V FCEV. I know before I said that fuel cells have little to no range anxiety, and that is typically true. For example, the Toyota Mirai does roughly 400 miles per fill-up. But with the CR-V, things are a little bit different, as this is not your traditional hydrogen fuel cell car. This is actually technically a plug-in hybrid, but in this case, a hydrogen fuel tank setup replaces the internal combustion gasoline engine typically seen in a plug-in hybrid. More on how that affects total range in just a bit. The fuel cell component of the CR-V FCEV is in its second generation and is known as the Honda Fuel Cell Module, and this was actually designed and built right here in the US as a partnership with General Motors. The rest of the car is built here too, making this the first ever US-built hydrogen vehicle. Luckily, Honda has a long history of working with fuel cells. Their very first production model came out way back in 2002, and this new fuel cell module costs a third of what the system in the Clarity costs. So obviously, innovations are happening, things are evolving, technology is getting more affordable, which is great. But what are the numbers? Because this is a plug-in hybrid, you can actually drive on electricity only up to 29 miles thanks to a 17.7 kilowatt-hour battery. We don't know exactly how this system will operate, as this is the first of its kind. We don't know if it'll work like a plug-in hybrid where you can have it in a forced hybrid mode or a battery saver mode or anything like that. All we know is that the total system range is only 270 miles. Bummer. We do also have total horsepower and torque numbers, which is nice to have, but they aren't exactly much to write home about. Aside from all that, visually, the fuel cell version of the CR-V has a unique front end with a smaller upper grille and a larger lower intake for cooling, and the rear end gets Euro-styled taillights and a blacked-out upper section. So you will be able to easily determine that this is the hydrogen model, not the gas or hybrid. Inside, things look pretty similar to the traditional CR-V, but the lower center console where the shifter is has the return of Honda's infamous push-button gear selector, and in the cargo area, you'll notice there's a massive loss of volume due to the fuel cell tanks. That's certainly one thing we wish they could have minimized, but oh well. This CR-V, just like every other fuel cell vehicle in America, will be a lease-only, California-only deal. Pricing is not yet available, but the company envisions initial sales of roughly 2,000 units per year, followed by stages of expanded sales numbers. Initial deliveries will commence later this year. Does the CR-V FCEV give you any hope for the state of the hydrogen fuel cell sector? Let us know down in the comments below.